And our guest today is Ernie Gomez, the president of the Cutler Bay Business Association. So, Ernie, you have a private company that you do a lot of business in, and you have a trade school relationship with FIU. But today we're going to be talking about your involvement with the Cutler Bay Business Association. For starters, you have a meeting coming up this week. Why don't you tell us about that?
Sure. Well, thank you once again,
Yes.
Michael, for having us here at the Miami Community Newspaper, and always giving support to our community and to our events, and always supporting, I guess, South Dade,
Yes.
and that's what it's about. And thank you once again for having us here in the show. And yes, we have our upcoming event coming February 16th. It's going to be held at the East Ridge at Cutler Bay from 11:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. And this is going to be our comeback meeting for 2023. We took a break the middle part of 2022 due to the situation with the pandemic, everything that's going on. But guess what? Now I'm wearing a new hat today, and I'm wearing the CBBA hat, the president's hat, and I'm here to ask for everyone to please come and attend our meeting. We have town manager and also our mayor, Tim Mirbach, is going to be there, as well as yourself. So tell us a little bit about that.
So Cutler Bay, the town of Cutler Bay, has really been extraordinarily growing and improving over the last many years since it was incorporated.
Yes.
And recently, for the local businesses and residents, the old Southland Mall is going to be a town center. By the time that gets built, they've made a commitment when it gets done that it'll be over $1 billion worth of homes and businesses, so people will be able to live upstairs and walk downstairs. A true town center.
Well, we needed that in South Dade,
Yes.
especially in that area.
And it took a long time for that to happen. And the folks that are involved with that also over in Jungle Island, right? So we're very happy that they've been successful over there, and they'll be able to bring people there, and a lot of people can be able to work there. So the meeting, which is coming up on Thursday,
Yes.
you're expecting the mayor and the city manager,
Yes.
or town manager, who's going to talk about the city.
Yes.
But tell us again why you think that this is a great time for the people of South Dade to go back into going to business organizations meetings.
Well, if you see Cutler Bay, we're right in the middle of South Dade. So we have Kendall area, right? We have Bird Road, Kendall area. Then we have 152, Palmetto Bay, and then fits Cutler Bay, and then we have the Homestead area. So Cutler Bay is really, I think it's a middle ground. So it's for Homestead and also further north. So we want to bring everyone together down at Cutler Bay, let them know that we have beautiful greens, right?
Yes.
Cutler Bay is known because it's
Yes.
greens. A lot of our beautiful waters, because we're surrounded by water. The marina, right? The marina that we have there is
Yes.
beautiful. So we want them to know that Cutler Bay has beautiful bike trails, right, along the ways. But not only that, but we're also expanding, into the business sector, where this is where we want to network with local business owners to let them know that, Cutler Bay is here to also support their business, and we want to hear about what they're in need of.
So this is a shout out to people that are members and people want to see what the Cutler Bay Business Association is about.
Right. And to network with
Yes.
their business, right?
And so this is going to be, again, at East Ridge, the facility is magnificent, right?
Yes.
And
Beautiful place.
it's a wonderful place to meet and to be able to talk to people, to share what you do on each side. And the doors open at what time on Thursday?
Yes, registration starts at 11:30, and it
Okay.
goes. We start at noontime, and it goes to 1 o'clock. Again, our town manager is going to be there speaking about new projects that are happening in Cutler Bay. But most of all, we want to encourage the local business owners, and you don't have to be from Cutler Bay, but again, the surroundings, we invite you to please
Yes.
come and participate. We had our place, which was the East Ridge, but due to the pandemic, they didn't allow it due to the elderly people living there. They don't want to get their folks sick. So
Yes.
we had to move around in different places throughout the year where it made it difficult for people to attend. But I spoke to our board of directors and I says, listen, we need to regroup and we need to have these meetings in a set place for the next 12 months. And this is what our board of directors was able to accomplish. They met with East Ridge and they agreed to give us the place back to have our meetings every third Thursday. So we're back in business.
That's wonderful. People could you put their website up?
Sure.
And people can find out a little bit more about the association by going to cutlerbaybiz.com.
.com. That's right. That's Cutler Bay Biz, B-I-Z, cutlerbaybusiness.com.
And people can find out, they want to know who else has come to the party, they could go, there's a member directory, they could go on there, they're going to find out the people that they know are there.
Right. If you scroll up on the on this website here for us, we want to welcome everyone here to our town. And there's the invitation. If you go to cutlerbaybiz.com, the entrance will be $25 at the door. And I understand you're coming and also
Yes.
giving us the support.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you're going to support us there at the community newspaper.
Well, we're going to tell you in just a sec, but there's a phone number up there.
Sure, there's a phone number. You could call me directly, actually, at 305-879-2994 if you have any questions about this upcoming meeting.
So one of the things that we enjoy doing, and
Yes.
it's part of our mission, is to help local businesses connect.
Correct.
And when we can help do that, and they talk about each other, that is what makes us really happy, because our job is that. We were fortunate to be one of the many granddaddies of a lot of the cities, including Cutler Bay. We worked at that for a couple of years.
Right.
At this point, it's 15 or 20 years, I think.
Okay.
And back then, people didn't believe in Cutler Bay, but some people did. Right?
Right.
And we look at it now, it's really booming. And
Right.
again, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff online and in the newspaper to support the members and the
There you go.
association,
There you go.
and to go shop at, or at least consider shopping at some of these, some of the businesses that are members of organizations, because that's important that people have a sense of belonging.
Right. And we have now that new Publix shopping center
Yes.
that's right across the street, where there's another Publix there. And I guess they're looking for people to rent new spots there that are available. And also, I want to thank the Miami Community Newspaper, because they always have the Cutler Bay magazine here. Yeah, always supporting us. And visit our local business owners here that they advertise in this magazine. And trust me, they get great results.
Thank you. And
Yes.
once a month, I'm not sure if it's in this one,
Right.
we have in the paper what's going on at, here it is.
At
Son
the
of a gun.
activities. There you go.
That's all about Cutler Bay.
That's
there.
right. I
And
saw
it's-
that.
And so we're real pleased to be able to work with.
And support us in that
Yes.
direction. Thank you.
So my pleasure. And again, so people can see how you're involved in the community, because we think that's important, especially as you get a little bit older. You go, what's this whole thing about?
Correct.
So you are working with FIU, or FIU working with you.
Right.
There's a trade school that's there.
Correct.
And within the trade school, there are different specialties. There's plumbing, electricity, air conditioning, and heat, HVAC, I think
That's
that you
correct.
call it.
That's right.
So a young person or anybody could go over there, take the course, pass it, get certified,
Yes.
and be able to walk into any of those venues, and perhaps other ones says, I'm a graduate, I know enough to get my certificate, and be able to provide for themselves and for their families.
That's correct. And actually, we had our first graduation back in December of 2022, where we had over 144 students through FIU program and all the trade schools
Yes.
that graduated. And so now we are into our fourth group, where we started with A class, B class, C class, and we're going to start maybe in the next 30 days with our new group in the HVAC program.
So think what you and
So-
your team have done, I mean,
Yes.
including everybody that's involved in that.
Yes.
You've taken unskilled people in that arena.
Yes.
Maybe they wanted to do something different, or maybe they hadn't done anything as far as the technical stuff, and you've taught them how to make a living and
Yes.
perhaps start their own business at some
Yes,
point.
yes,
That must give you and your team a lot of satisfaction.
yes, yes. And we've employed already about 3 students
Oh, we like that.
that are currently in the program. And so, yeah, that's what it's about, giving back to our community. And that's why I'm here as president of Cutler Bay Business Association, trying to bring, our community, our business our members together so they can network.
Can you share with
and enhance their
some of the
business.
other people around the board?
Yes, well, Cindy Crawford has been with us for more than 13 years. She's heavily involved in doing the planning for the events. Aaliyah, she does all our accounting. She's been an amazing person and giving in her time. And all of us give this time volunteer.
Yes.
Imagine, I run 2 businesses, but still I have the time to wear another hat to represent, where we live and give back to our community. And that's, CBBA. And so all these individuals, they give in their time out of their business and their family to give back to the community.
And we want to thank them.
And
for
I
that.
want to thank all my board of directors for putting in all their time.
And then we want to take a look at your shirt, because
Yeah,
it says
there you
Cutler Bay Business Association right there.
There you go.
And there you go, board of directors right
Yes,
there.
sir.
It's a nice shirt, all right?
Thank you, thank
I
you.
like
Yes,
that.
Actually,
Nice color.
we look official.
It feels good. I haven't even felt it yet. So congratulations to the embroiderer, the person that did that, because it's clear sometimes it's not, but that's very, very clear. So congratulations
Thank you.
on that.
So,
All right, so let's do a little history. We've got about 5 minutes left about you, how you got into the air conditioning and heating business.
well, again, I started back when I went to high school, like everyone does, and my high school had a vocational program, and they had an HVAC class, and it caught my attention, and I saw the opportunity there, and I started the program, and from there on, I started working in supply houses. I never went into physically fixing the air conditionings, because once you finish the program, you could do different kind of things. You know, you can go into export, you can do it to sales, you could be a technician, you could own your own business in the future. So there's a lot of opportunities just learning the basic about HVAC. And that actually led me into this career and having a HVAC store business, and that business incubated a training center that later on, led me to partner up with FIU, and here we are 8 months later.
So your journey was pretty interesting. You went into the parts arena. So
Right,
people order
correct.
parts, and you'd run around the warehouse
And pick and choose
pick
their
it up.
parts.
And after a while, you go, oh, I know this name.
That's it.
And after a while, you go, I think I know what this does.
That's right. And actually, I took a lot of training and went to courses to get trained and certified on the products, and that's what we do today. Today, we have various manufacturers that we represent directly from factory, and then we train and certify the contractors on those products and technology.
So you work with the manufacturer
Yes.
and the installing company.
Correct.
To make sure they're installing it the right way, to make sure that their
Correct.
warranty is covered, that they connected
That's
to
right.
everything.
And we have no callbacks. We have to make sure that everything is up
Not
and
like
running
Andres and I would do it. Looks
No.
good. What do you do with these last 25 screws and bolts?
Right. You always have like 10 screws left over. Just put it on the magnet rack.
See if that works. That is wonderful. So,
Yes.
so that is really taking care of the customer.
Yes.
So it doesn't break, so they don't have to call back the
Right.
installer,
Right.
who might call you, say, hey, there's a problem, and then you calling the manufacturer. So
That's
in
correct.
taking care of them, it works.
Right.
We were over at we talked to a couple of big hospitals. Their number one priority is patient safety. And so it is with this. You're trying to protect the consumer
That's correct.
from all types of things that might happen,
That-
being able to eliminate.
Including mold. So if you hire a contractor that's not licensed, doesn't have insurance, and they don't size up the right equipment, you could end up with a sick house and end up with mold in your house. So yes, there's a lot of situations that can happen if you end up with the wrong.
So I know lots of
Contractor.
people, myself included, go, I'll just go to wherever, and I'll just order it, whatever it is.
Right.
And you go, yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what happens in
And
about
be
a year
careful.
from now.
Be careful online. Don't
Yeah.
ever buy any
Yes.
products online
I-
because you get no warranties. Read the fine line.
And a
If
lot
you
of people
bought-
don't know that.
If you bought this product online, no warranties by manufacturers.
That's the tiniest print.
The tiniest print.
And
Yes.
consumers do want to have some recourse to be able to say, hey, listen, you installed it, this, and that,
Mhm.
I got a problem. And we want to understand that we do have some recourse,
Right.
so we can be taken care of.
What I recommend our customers or consumers, because we have educated consumers and customers nowadays due to the internet and all the information that's available out there, is what I tell them is please go online to know about the product you're buying, right? And get the information, but don't purchase anything online that has to do with electrical
Yes.
devices because you will not
Yes.
get warranties.
Today is Monday. We're going to
Yes.
see you Thursday.
Yes,
What
be
time-
there.
11:30,
11:30 a.m.
and people can register at the door.
at the door.
You don't have to be a member. You come down. All right?
You don't have to live in Cutler
And
Bay.
you don't have to live in Cutler Bay.
Right.
Look
You
for
don't
this guy right here. He'll be
That's
he'll
it.
be floating around.
Well, and look for Michael Miller here.
Ernie
He'll be here
Gomez,
as well.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Folks, consider going to cutlerbaybiz.com, all right, and find out about it. But better yet, come up Thursday at
East
Ridge at Cutler Bay. They're off of 87th Avenue.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.